What's up, everyone? All right, well, here we are. It's Wednesday, and this is my first green day of the week. I'm up $4,600 today, so it's a little bit of a rebound day after a red Monday and a red Tuesday. And, moving back in the right direction. I'm happy with that. The coronavirus catalyst seems to be getting a little bit overplayed. We had some great opportunities on it last week, but Monday and Tuesday weren't as easy, and today I did get one trade using that catalyst, but that stock didn't really hold its levels. And NVC right now is up about 20% on the day, so I mean it's up, but it's down significantly versus 2 days ago. So I think maybe we're seeing a little bit of just kind of I don't know if it's going to be a moment of catching our breath before the next surge of momentum. I still think the catalyst is significant, but we'll just have to see. So in any case, it's nice to be green today, kind of riding the wave. The ups and the downs of the market and just trying to go with the flow. It's one of these things, it's easy to get frustrated after a couple of red days and to certainly want to have a big green day to bounce right back and make back all those gains. But, today after my one good trade, I was looking for trade 2, 3, 4, and I didn't see anything. So I only traded one stock today, and I was done trading by 9:45. It was a fairly slow day. There was a recent IPO or an IPO today, but I steered clear of it. I didn't want to push my luck. So I felt like the market was a little softer today, but let's see if we get a little bit of a rebound on Thursday and Friday. All right, so last 2 days for January, we'll see if we can finish strong. And as always, questions, comments on today's recap, leave them right down there below, and make sure you hit that thumbs up like button. I had my 2 red day recaps, now finally a green day as the wave momentum starts to pick back up. All right, everyone. So we're going to do our midday market recap here, go over the trades from this morning. I actually only traded one stock, ATIF. It was straight off the gap scanner, up about, I think it was 35-40% pre-market, and had a nice catalyst. So this is a stock that was or is sympathy to the coronavirus. It is a biomedical supplier. So this has continued to be a catalyst for the last week or so that has been driving momentum in some of the pharmaceutical companies, some of the biomedical supplier companies. This sector, ultimately, this type of catalyst can be good for their business model. It's kind of sad, but it is the way it is. So we're trying to capitalize on that momentum, and today was a good example of that. No trades in my TD Ameritrade account today, the small account challenge. I've got $3,499.62 in the account right now, but only $49 of buying power, and that's because the trades that I took yesterday have not settled yet. They'll settle tomorrow, so I can trade tomorrow. So no trades in TD Ameritrade today. But that's okay. I'll get back to it tomorrow. So let's look at the gap scanner pre-market. All right, so make this a little smaller. Let's see. All right, so I'm going to right-click this, go to historical time frame, and run the scanner for 9:20 a.m. All right, so at 9:20 a.m., our leading gapper in the entire market was Lee, L-E-E. Now, this stock is kind of interesting. It was on our watch list, but I ended up missing my trade on it as I focused on ATIF. The headline here, Warren Buffett gives up on newspapers, Berkshire sells unit to Lee Enterprises. So, this is the catalyst here. Lee Enterprise buying, I guess, this newspaper. It's several newspapers, but anyways. So it's a $140 million deal, and pre-market, the stock was already gapping up about 90% with a pre-market high of 255. So I said pre-market, I said, okay, guys, I'm going to put an order ready to go at 260. So we've got Lee, so I type in the stock, and then I type in my order right here, and I put it up for whatever, 260. So it's ready to go. I give it a 5-cent offset above the ask. I give it a little bit of room for slippage, and my plan was basically out of the gates, I'd be watching for a possible break of 60, of 55, and then my entry would be as high as 60. The float, 57 million shares, a little on the high side, but the fact that it's up 89% for me made me feel like clearly the stock is moving, so it's worth taking seriously and giving a chance. The bell rang, and pretty much as it rang here, it popped up to 50, up through 65, up, flashed to a high of 84, dipped down, and then came back up through 3. And this all happened within the first like 10 minutes of the day. And this is high a day, 309. So you got this nice squeeze from 250 up to 309, which was, awesome. I mean, that's a 10, 20%, 30% squeeze. So it's a nice little bit of momentum there. But I missed it because I was focusing on the second leading gapper, which was ATIF. Now, if you recall yesterday, ARMP had a pre-market chart that looked, I thought, kind of similar. Kind of light on volume, a catalyst here, a daily chart that didn't have a lot of resistance, nothing super significant. And then just all of a sudden the bell rings and the stock squeezes from 420 up to $6.92. So it makes this huge move right out of the gates. So as I saw ATIF pre-market, this is what I was looking at. And I was like, this looks kind of similar. It's the stock with the all-time highs at 5. They've got a catalyst here related to the coronavirus. And, I was like, okay, this might be the one. I'm interested. So pre-market, it ends up squeezing up to a pre-market high of 64, and then the bell rings and it surges up. I got in at about 285 and 290 for the break over $3. It squeezes through 3 and hits a high of 375, a full dollar per share. It then pulls back for a second, and I added on this micro pullback right here. You can see actually it dropped all the way down here and then surged back up. I added back at it was like 365. It hit a high of 370 and I stopped out. It came back down. It hit a high of only 10 cents above my entry. So in this first trade, I made about $5,700. In the second trade, I lost 900. And then I took a third trade right here for the break over 75 and I lost $100. So I took 3 trades and I was right only on 1 out of the 3. But the one that was the most important, the break of the pre-market high, is the one that I hit and nailed. So I feel good about that. It ended up pulling back. I was kind of watching it during this pullback to see if it would break through VWAP, but it's ended up just fading back down. Lee, likewise, has been fading back down. And so because those two have both come back down, there haven't been secondary opportunities on those. NNVC, you can see it's up right now 29%. I was sort of watching it here, but I kind of felt like, I don't know, I just don't want to push my luck on this one. The price is a little higher. The spreads can open up a little bit. And, if you time it wrong, all of a sudden you can be looking at a $600, $700, $800 loss. And I would just rather not today. I'd just rather take the $4,600. It's $1,000 less than I had at my high today, and just walk away. And the fact is, I've already had 2 red trades in a row. So if I have a third red trade, then I'm done for the rest of the day. I can't keep trading based on my rules. So I just don't feel like pushing my luck, I guess. As it surged up here, the breakthrough high of day over 10, that setup was a little extended. A better entry would have been down here at 977, but that entry would have had a stop down here at the low of the pullback, which was, a good 40 cents away. Even 1,000 shares, I just didn't feel like the risk was worth it. Again, this varies. If I was up significantly more on the day, I might have taken a stab at it. If we were seeing other stocks that were really strong, I might take a stab at it. But our 2 leading gappers, Lee and ATIF, have both kind of faded down. HEPA, HEPA, was another gapper that was fading before the bell rang. Has bounced up a little bit, but that's a bounce off the low type of setup. It's not one that I like, so I didn't go for that. BIMI, another gapper, BIMI, but it hasn't held its level. And these are kind of also sympathy on the virus, but they're not seeming to hold up as well. So today I just felt like, you know what, I better not push my luck. Just take the money and call it a day. So that's what I'm doing, taking the money off the table, walking away, and I'll be back at it tomorrow. We've got 2 days left for the month of January. So, we're coming up right here to the end of the month, which is, on the one hand, significant because we always kind of measure things and how you did on a month and stuff like that. But on the other hand, it's just 2 more days and then the new week ahead. So I'm going to try not to throw a Hail Mary pass here, even though Amazon reports earnings tomorrow night. Just gonna leave it alone and not do anything crazy. You could buy the 2,000 calls, but though that's a Hail Mary pass, and sometimes it works, and usually it doesn't. And I can't afford the risk, and that's all part of trading to try to hit a monthly goal that I'm just not going to hit this month, and that's okay. Some months I'll hit it and beat it. Some months I'll miss and come up short. And at the end of the year, as long as I'm still making money and still making 6 figures, I'm going to be pretty happy with that. So I'm going to try to keep the big picture mindset right now. But what I will do for the month of January at a certain point is go through the metrics of my accuracy, my profit loss ratio, what worked and what didn't work. Because I think there is some room for improvement on the month of January for me, for sure. All right, so that's it here. I hope you guys have a great afternoon if you keep trading, and we'll be back at it first thing tomorrow morning. All right, see you guys in the morning. Hey, have you seen my most popular video on YouTube? It's got over 5 million views. You can check it out right here, and check out one of my other videos on YouTube right here. I hope you guys enjoy, and as always, if you have questions, leave them down below in the comments section. I personally respond to every comment that's posted.